We could have named many different students for each one of these awards. So it was a tough decision to choose just one person for many of the awards that we presented this evening. The last part of our formal presentation is our valedictorian address. And our valedictorians this year are two young ladies who are exemplary students. Their classmates have selected them to represent this year's graduating class. And it is my pleasure to introduce Natalie Fernandez and Anya Natalie.
Wow, we finally made it.
Anya, what's wrong? You look like you're about to start crying.
Nothing, it's just an emotional day.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Your first day of school, in the middle of senior kindergarten. You came in bawling your eyes out.
You didn't need to tell all of them that. This time I might start crying for different reasons. We aren't entering the school, we're about to leave it.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this year's St. Joseph Grade 8 graduate.
Natalie, this is a graduation, not a pageant.
Okay, sorry. We would like to welcome everyone to this year's graduation.
It's hard to believe that we've been together for almost 10 years.
And there's a lot of people that deserve our gratitude for guiding us through our journey. We would like to thank all of our teachers on behalf of anyone who has had the opportunity of being taught by them.
Kindergarten was the beginning. The first lessons we learned were how to write the alphabet and how to count.
Grade 1 soon came around, and new words, new poems, and new friends were found. Grade 2 brought many new beginnings, including our first Holy Communion.
We also saw some new faces like Alejandra and Eliza. Our last year in the primary division was an exciting one. We went up to the CN Tower and some people were too afraid to step on the glass floor.
The next year, Grade 4 came around. We were thrilled to find that the junior division has so much more to offer, like joining sports teams and playing on the big field at recess.
Speaking of recess, do you remember those times when you'd see people pairing off on the field? Instead of fighting, girls and boys started to like each other. We're definitely growing up. Can you remember those?
Oh, we get it. Can we please change the subject? In Carly's Grade 4 class, we came up with the idea of using pencil lead for currency. And what would we buy with this lead? Hockey cards.
We can't forget the awesome water parade we had at the end of the year. Good times.
Grade 5 was the year when our grade became one big family. Dante led the creation of the family, where everyone in the grade became an uncle and a child, the main family, consisting of Luke, Dante, Chris, Aurelia, and I. In the winter of grade 6, we were surprised when we heard an announcement for talent show auditions. A lot of us signed up, some were lucky to be chosen. For 4 months, the participants practiced for the show.
May 9, 2012, we came to school excited to watch the show. The show proved a huge success. We all had a lot of fun watching the show and participating in it.
However, that same day, both grade 6 classes were called down to the library. And within a few minutes, we learned about the passing of our dear friend and classmate Megan.
After battling cancer for over a year, she succumbed to her illness, much to our regret. Megan is still in our hearts, especially on this day, our graduation.
Though this was an unfortunate part of grade 6, our teachers and our families were there to help us deal with the loss. We managed to find ways to lift our spirits. As a school, we planted a tree in Megan's memory and had a small ceremony for her.
Finally, grade 7 came around. Learning was different from the previous years. New activities like going on Rotary and making new friends such as Sadie and Chelsea and Connor, and welcoming old friends like Laura and Stella, showed us we were growing up.
After entering grade 8, we realized how different of a year it would be. Mr. Romero and Mr. McCullough managed to put up with our loud talking, tendency to go off topic, and spontaneous ideas, while still teaching us a lot and preparing us for the next chapter of our lives.
We seemed to make the most out of this year. In the beginning, Mr. McClellan made his expression mint our first inside joke of the year. Another highlight of the year were Connor's $1 million question for MC, or another name we like to call McClellan.
Speaking of McMullen, which is another nickname thanks to Mr. Romero, he was always cheered on by all of us, no matter where we were.
As you can tell, we managed to come up with many memories, and the inside jokes, fads, and trends. We found out that Daniel in fact had a good voice, thanks to his unending singing in class.
Mr. Romero's endless stories of his life experiences were found to be very entertaining, including his many hairstyles and near-death experiences with snakes, javelins, and bike riding with his friends.
Thanks to Madame Neal and Mr. Romero, we found ourselves doing quite a lot of artwork throughout the year. For Christmas, we created a giant mosaic of the nativity scene, and we were rewarded with a soft-filled food party.
The Sochi Winter Olympics took place this year, and Mr. Romero's class put on the top of the sports involved during our school's own opening ceremonies.
The Olympic Committee has done a lot of work to contribute to that. We created artwork to decorate the school, and we even got a real Olympic medalist, a trampolinist for Canada, Jason Burnett, to come speak out of school.
The talent show was the next big project at the school.
We had many participants and helpers from our grade. This year's theme was Through the Decades, going back in time from the 50s to the 90s, and the overall result was absolutely phenomenal.
All those who helped out, watched, and took part in the talent show had a lot of fun. When the whole grade showed up at the community center to film our dance projects the day before they were due, it was clear that every group had waited until the last minute.
Drama had brought out the great acting skills in some of us, and showed us that talent in our future actors and actresses, especially Minook and Michelle, who both had astonishing monologues.
Ottawa was a lot of fun too. We saw so many things, learned a lot, and had the best tour guide, Stefan.
Now we stop blushing.
Right. On the first day, we went to the Capes, which was an amazing experience.
The most asked question after that was, what's a creature with 4 legs?
On the haunted walk, we made friends with the spirit named Billy. In the haunted jail, Gwen, Daniel, and Laura managed to lock Noah in a cell. I'm sure his screams could be heard from outside.
We were all a bit disappointed when we didn't get a good scare ourselves. Towards the end of the year, we started to go outside for physical activity more often, where we happened to be out of class.
Well, I guess all that physical activity paid off, because our athletics were as strong as ever this year. Though volleyball and basketball weren't as strong as they could be, we still had stronger sports. Cross country was amazing. We won the grade 8 pennant, along with coming first as a school.
Both indoor and outdoor soccer teams were a success. This month, both teams came second in the World Cup Tribute Tournament.
And despite that track and field was run differently this year, our school still stayed third place at York and kept the Silverhawk spirit alive.
Overall, our time here has been extraordinary, and it seems like we've been talking forever. But before we say goodbye, let us bring you to what we foresee as the future of the class of 2014.
Civil service careers should be well deserved. With April and Wynn in front of the stand, justice will be served.
Canada always dominates the Olympics in the cold. Rommel, Mark, Cole, Roger, and Jillian will win us summer gold.
And what about the beautiful game starring Conrad, Josh, and Lassie? Our future World Cup soccer stars will score goals and shoot so snazzy.
We have Connor, Daniel, Dante, Luke, and Chris who live and breathe hockey, hoping to someday win the Cup of Lord Stanley.
Justin, Thomas, and Eric, potential rulers of Silicon Valley. Armed with engineering expertise, might just resurrect the BlackBerry.
We have Noah and Raquel who have the sweet, sweet moves. Might even see them on Dancing with the Stars, not even the judges can refuse.
Is anybody hungry yet? Yeah, we are too. Melissa and Gwen might just fix you a meal. Try their food, you know you want to.
Model actress Michelle, singer-songwriter Sadie. Laura, John, Shelley, Stella, and Minook are into the arts. Tony, Grammy, or Academy, anybody?
Everyone wants to travel the world. Walton can fly you to where you want to go. Lauren can help you find the perfect vacation, while Steph teaches you how the foreigners flow.
Future skylines are yet to come, their designs are still unknown. Both John Ray and Isabella's ideas, our minds will surely be blown.
With Zoe, Anna, and I running the magazine, we'll get you hooked at first glance. Keeping you up with celebrity news, our future competitors will stand a chance.
When we have Lou, Camille, and Emma, we're not going to run short in the medicine field. With help from Alondra, Chelsea, and I, your illnesses will surely be healed.
Do you want your cars to be sleek and cool? Colin, Justin, and Matthew G are here to make them shine. Their knowledge of cars and their working hands will change the future of car design.
PS10, future generation Xbox, and new advanced fleet. Who will be behind the next best game console? Definitely Cliff and Matthew E.
Who will know about the battle life and the chemicals in our bodies? Surely James and Eliza, because learning about life science is part of their hobbies.
Keep chasing the dream, never ever stop. Don't give up, don't give in, rather give it all you got. So congratulations class of 2014. We all passed the test. Enjoy the rest of the evening, have a great night, and God bless!